Hey guys, this is Bridget, and today I wanted to talk to you about the idea of change. This is a changing world. A lot of things are changing for people personally and collectively. So I wanted to give you some tools and what to do when change finds you, because it inevitably will, and it will end up being a good thing if we know how to work with it, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I know a lot of you guys have been seeing the consolidation of my channels, and I'm bringing some of the other videos from my personal channel over to this one. So if you're noticing the reruns, don't worry, because I'll be doing at least one new video now per week and then uploading one of those other videos. So be sure to stay tuned for lots of new content that's going to be really awesome coming your way in the next week or two. So for now, for today, this idea of change. The cool thing is that change has now found me. And so it's awesome because I can give you a real-time example of how I'm personally working through it, not just some hypothetical teaching or something like that. It's real. So this could find you in any form. It could find you in the way of like a job change, a relationship change, moving, just these things that come. And the first thing to know, the first thing to do is to begin to develop within yourself this knowing trust in your reality for why things do what they do. So this could be coming in the form of like a job change, relationship change, moving, just all different kinds of things. And the first thing to start with is that things are working in your best interest. That is like the core belief, but even beyond belief is a core knowing that the universe is auspiciously working in your favor towards your greatest good, towards your expansion, and towards your betterment. The universe and your higher self is on your side. That's the best place to begin. And truly, because I've gone through lots of times of unknown and like crazy changes, and maybe I'll share a few with you towards the end once I get this first part out. And this is this works, okay? This isn't just like some hokey pokey new age talk, but really getting into this place of knowingness and trust in yourself and in your reality to work in your favor. So whether change has found you already or whether it's going to, just beginning to add that into your daily practice, maybe just before you go to bed or when you wake up, just reminding yourself, the universe, my higher self, is working in my favor towards my betterment. Just that, and just beginning to instill that within yourself. Because what happens when change finds you is it's kind of shocking. It's abrupt. It's something new that's different from the pattern of cyclical Groundhog Day life. And so all of a sudden it can be a little bit like, to like the nervous system. And so the first thing is like, this is wrong, or this is bad, or this is not good, just by nature of shock. It isn't even by nature of what it's actually doing for us. So when you start with this knowing place, then it won't be as shocking when it comes to you, because you're like, wait, no, something's changed. That means that I am shifting and something is coming into my life that's going to be even better. And that's one of the big things to note, is that when change finds you, that means that you've been doing a lot of personal shifting. So it can actually be like a ding, 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 you've made it to another level. So just remind yourself of that. It's like, okay, there's something new. I've played out this level 3 as long as I can, and now it's time for level 4. It's time for something different. So just acknowledge that it's an upswing, that it's a spiral up, okay? So once this change has found you, realize and begin to sense, because what happens next is a disorientation. It's like, crap, like everything got shooken up and you're like, where am I? What's happening? So it's disorienting. So the next thing to do is to play like Alice a little bit and look for the open door and look for the closed doors, and begin to distinguish that, because it's in this unknown state that chaos and confusion occur, and that's what becomes really uncomfortable, is because we don't know what to do next. It's this like, I don't know what to do. It's unknown. it's all laid out for you. It's really clear, like a video game where it's like, you go through that door. And interestingly enough, there's usually only one door to go through. And the only reason that it might look like there's multiple doors is because you might be afraid of letting go and shutting a door that's no longer working for you. So in my experience, there's only one door to go through. And so the sooner you can acknowledge the one that's closing, you know, instead of like running back to it and trying to like pry it open, you're like, wait, no, you know, it's like, no, just let it shut, and go towards the open door, go towards the momentum of flow. Pretend like you're the river and go towards flow, and things will continue to work for you. It may seem like a strange direction, but it is always going to work in your favor. So building this knowing state, and I'll do more on the knowing state in a future video because I want to tie that into like star seeds and greater extrasensory connections into the knowing state. So we'll go into that a bit more, but I just wanted to kind of like give you a few examples now. So for me, what's happening is I've been living in Sedona for over 5 years, and I've loved it. It's been as challenging as possible, and it's been as rich as I could ever imagine. So it's been amazing. And all of a sudden, just out of the blue, like our landlord's like, okay, we're putting up the house for sale, and pretty much you need to move out. And it's like, what? And we've been renting some of our space, and so that's been one of our primary pieces of income. And so all of a sudden, overnight, leave your house and one of your primary sources of income. And so to most people, this would be like, you know, like, what is this? But because I've been through this a lot, because I'm like, oh, no, this is just that I've shifted and my reality's reorienting to organize itself to support me towards my betterment. And I stayed in that state, and at other times I haven't, okay? It's not like, it's something that takes practice, so be gentle with yourself on this. So I reoriented myself, and I'm like, okay, so what is next? What's next? And I've been on the road for a year, as you've seen, done a world tour, and so I was really excited to be settled and grounded in one place, and nope, that's not what my higher self has in store. The open door is to go on the road and to not sign a lease, because I have pre-existing retreats on the East Coast in July and all through Europe in September, and so can't get a lease, and it just didn't feel right to anyways. So all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you're meant to go on the road indefinitely for like 9 months. And for the, thought mind, it's like, what? I want to rest, I want to do this other thing, and it's like, I'm not in charge. Like, my ego mind is not in charge of this game. It's the organization of where the flow is that's showing me what is open, what is next. And this has happened in tons of cases when I was on the road and didn't have a house and I was traveling. Like, the sacred sites is I'd be in a sacred site for a certain amount of time, and then all of a sudden, like, the energy would change in that place and things were just not really working out anymore. And then all of a sudden I'd get this inspiration and start getting dreams to go in this new direction. And so it started to become something. And same with like, money, like, say if you lost your job. A girl actually last night at the conference I was just at, she got her job went away, and it is one of the best things probably that ever can happen to her, because she now has the opportunity to be her true self. It's an opportunity to leave the matrix and start doing something that she loves. So remembering to look at all of these things as opportunities, and it's not just like a positive spin, it's really true. And of course, within that, acknowledging the human element, acknowledging, like the sadness and the mourning of what that means, and possible disappointments, and to really go through that process to complete whatever stage you're at, whatever relationship, whatever job. And if you just move on to the next thing, like, really quick, like, it's not always the best thing to just like run through the next open door. It's like, okay, I see the door shutting. What have I learned from that? What can I take with me? What will I leave behind? And now I'm moving to the next door, and I'm acknowledging what this next door has for me. And taking time, taking space to really go through the transition is key, because one thing, you don't have to repeat it then, because sometimes when you move so fast, you don't integrate what has happened, and then you just have to like repeat the same relationship again, repeat the same job, the same belief system, same pattern, whatever. And so when you can acknowledge it, you can take the richness, you can take the gifts along with you on the next stage, the next step of the journey. So that is a little short piece on how to work with, how to be friends with change. Change is good. Change is what creates new life, new beginnings, and it's a really good thing. So I just wanted to bring that into the conversation, because there's a lot going on for people, and this is just the beginning, guys. Like this whole like, oh my gosh, it's getting really intense. It's just gonna get more intense. So it's even more important now than ever to really harness and go within to this internal knowing space, to be able to ride these waves and surf them and play with them and utilize them. And when you heed the call and you go to that open door and you go with flow, you get to surf. And when there's resistance or like agitation or fears that come up that hold you back from going with flow, that's when you get swallowed up by the wave. And that's where the tsunami comes, and it's not as fun. So as much as you can, just surrendering to the journey and to the new directions. So there's a lot here. If you guys have additional questions, please comment below. I've been really checking out the comments and taking your advice on different videos to make and adjustments to make. So please comment below if you have anything, and there'll be new videos coming out, lots of ET Starseed stuff in the coming weeks, as well as a sustainability series. Say that 3 times fast. Sustainability series, sustainability series, sustainability series. So that's really exciting, because today, when I'm filming this, is Earth Day, and dude, Earth Day is every day. We gotta take care of this place. This is a home. Yeah, we can build spaceships and go to another planet, but like, let's just do this one right, you know? Anyways, love you guys. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe and stick around for the new content. And I'll see you guys every Tuesday and Saturday with new videos.